Good morning, my darlings. My name is Victoria and this is Veritas Tarot. I live on the coast in England, and for the last 2 years I've been very much on a spiritual journey which I feel very blessed about. And as part of that I have been doing readings for friends and family, but feel guided now to step out of that comfort zone and start doing readings for the general collective, in the belief that whoever's meant to hear this message and resonate with it, whether it be today, tomorrow, in a year's time, will be guided by Spirit to do it in their own divine timing. I do love to read for love, and that's obviously love for another, but that's also most importantly love for oneself, because you can't pour from an empty cup. Hence my cup of tea tarot, and also cups of tea when we're feeling a little down and we might need comfort and a chat with somebody. Then in England we very much always sit and have it with a cup of tea. There's nothing that a cup of tea can't help. And today we're having that chat with Spirit, that all-important chat with Spirit. I launched my channel very, very recently, and I'm also available on Facebook and Instagram, and my website is veritastarot.com. You can see all the details as well in the description box below, and I take personal readings, and I'm offering a introductory price at the moment, and I would be so grateful if you would like, share and subscribe if you like this video. I'm planning on doing these Sunday morning cups of tea tarots every Sunday, just short readings for you, and I'll also be looking to do rainbow readings for chakra cleansing going forward, hopefully from next Sunday, because that's also very important. So let's move on with the reading, Aries. I am using my Celtic Cross Tarot. That's that little bit of Celtic in me. And if I need to clarify, I'll use the Everyday Witch Tarot. And I have blessed and I have shuffled the cards, and I've been guided for these cups of tea tarot readings to pull 7 cards for you. So let's get on. So the first card I've pulled for you is your present state of mind, where you are right now. And you have the Page of Shields, which is in the traditional tarot the Page of Pentacles. So the pages kind of obviously represent health and wealth and material possessions, but they also represent sort of realization of ideas as well. What I'm seeing here with this page is I think you're waiting for a message, something that's coming in. Even a tiny little messages, because pages are not knights and all the kings, they're just this little message that's coming in. I think it's a message from something that's hurt you in the past. I can see with the wood there, the sort of barrenness, it's something that you've come out of, that you've been very hurt by. And I'm also feeling that it could be something that you felt there was a codependency there, or there was an addiction to something, but you're waiting for an apology or something to come through, and you're sitting and hoping and waiting. So that's what I'm feeling from this card. In your second card, which is like what I call your sort of subconscious, your sort of driver, the feelings that are driving you, you've got the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords represents a few things, but I mean, first and foremost, this is about you being a little defensive, and it's about you also listening to your soul, listening to Spirit. You know, again, you're getting messages. I always sort of talk about if you stop thinking the thoughts, those fear going round and round and round thoughts, and you quieten your mind. And you listen to the receiving thoughts that's coming in. That's what that sword represents. Do you see the light behind his head? That's that clarity of thought. And you are getting so many messages. I can see that with the birds as well, that are coming to you from the horizon. So whatever your soul is driving you towards in that horizon, that the messages are coming to you. It can also mean that you're feeling that somebody is keeping an eye on you. The Page of Swords also means that somebody can be just kind of checking in with you and seeing how you're doing, sort of generally indirectly. But it's a card that you might be feeling a little bit confused at the moment. So that's your sort of what's driving you forward. If I look at the past, you have the Justice card, and the Justice card does talk about, you know, justice going in your favour, but I feel here that emotionally, whatever happened, you haven't felt that you've had emotional closure or or balance from that, and that's because of the little mouse in the card. I do feel if it was a legal thing, a divorce thing, there has been fairness with the financial side. That's represented by the sheep, the wheat there. But the mouse is about you feeling that you may have been overlooked or taken for granted, and you didn't feel very empowered in this relationship. But the mouse also teaches us about being grateful for what we do have, and learning to thrive, not survive, and listen to that inner voice, you know, and tune out any negativity. So that's sort of in your past. In your near future, you've got quite a lot of 10s in this reading, which is really lovely to see because they're all about the end of a cycle before the new cycle comes in. You have the 10 of Wands. Now, wands symbolize passions, desires, creativity, energy, etc. And this chap has carrying all these wands. There's a lot of stuff that you're carrying at the moment. Now, I also am being told that you're carrying a lot of energies of people around you that you don't need to carry. Be very kind to yourself, and understand when you're feeling something, it might not be your energies, it might be people around you. So you may be very empathic without realizing it, or you do realize it. And if you do realize it, you know, do hand those energies back. Just say, I release you with love, because you are making, you're putting up a lot of resistance to get to your journey, and your journey is, you know, there in the distance. And all you need is that one wand of clarity and love for yourself. There is something here again about addictions with that symbol. So Spirit is saying to you, you know, this is your current state of mind is leading you into this 10 of Wands, but you can make that decision to actually just let go of things that no longer serve you. And that'll really help you step into the new cycle. But you are at the end of it, and that's what's so lovely to see with this, with the 10 of Wands. It's the end of this cycle of carrying around things that you haven't quite let go of, and it's a card to ask you to start to go within and to look and release and let go of things that just don't serve you anymore. I then am looking at advice from Spirit, and what's beautiful here is you have the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is somebody who really doesn't put up with any bullshit, let's just put it that way. And she likes to speak her truth, and she also likes other people to speak her truth, to come with absolute clarity and honesty, or she's not going to give them any time at all. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who, you know, they've gone through heartache, they've gone through heartbreak, and that is why the way they are. But they also do it from, can you see the light behind her head? This is not out of ego or fear or anxiety. This is soul driven. This is about us speaking our truth and being true to ourselves. And she will welcome anybody in who will treat her with respect and kindness, and appreciate her for who she is. And I also like to see that the sea here is very calm. So this is somebody who's stepped into their power. They've empowered themselves through whatever they've gone through. And I'm also noticing the rainbow, which is so beautiful here, because, you know, we're going through this extraordinary time at the moment, and I think this, which has been represented so much by the rainbows, and I think that, you know, this time has enabled so many people to go within and to reevaluate their lives and to understand and to appreciate what their soul deserves, what they deserve. So I love seeing that card there in advice from Spirit. What's around you? You've got another 10. I don't want you to worry about this card, because again, it's just the end of a cycle and moving into a new cycle. You've got the 10 of Swords. So I do feel, my darling, whoever's listening to this, that you have been extremely hurt, and it's something that kind of knocked you sideways, and it was a very dark period of your life, and it's still there in your energies. You're still letting go, but what I see here now is you know, that the clouds represent that period of time that you've gone through. But do you notice with the water representing emotion, the water's not touching this person anymore, it's receding. So whatever you have been going through emotionally, you're beginning to feel better. It hasn't affected you so much. And if you look, there's just that lovely dawn that's coming up. It's the end of the cycle. There's a brand new stage of your life coming in. And I'm really pleased that that is something that you're just going through the last stages on. So don't give up hope, trust in spirit, let go and let God, as I said, and just see the magic that happens when you do that. Let go of your fears, don't worry. You know, worry just ruins today. It changes tomorrow in terms of you create your own reality from the thoughts you think. So if you're creating fear and anxiety thoughts, you're just going to reflect that back on yourself. So step into that Queen of Swords, that you know what you want and you're doing what's right for you, but do it from a loving way. And what's so beautiful is the outcome card from Spirit is the 10 of Cups. I mean, how beautiful is that? So you've got 3 tens, you have the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, and you've got the 10 of Cups. So you've seriously gone through something because you've got the 3 tens there. But what Spirit is saying to you, just trust, go with the flow and trust, and be happy in the moment. It's so important to just be happy in the moment, because a happy life is simply made up of happy moments. You may be moving, that's also another card that I see, but I'm loving seeing this at the end of your reading. So take hope from this. I hope it resonates. Do let me know in the description box below. And thank you very much for listening, Aries. Take care. Bye-bye.